welcome to the Mindfuck podcast. The podcast where your mind is being fucked with, but in the best way. Today I have my amazing, beautiful friend, Janice Burt, and it's such an honor to have her as my first guest. The beauty about this podcast is I just press record, and whatever story comes from the heart, we just go with the flow. I have decided to go a different route with this podcast, as opposed to the average podcast is season one, episode one. For me, I'm changing it. So for every human being that comes to share their story, it's going to be chapter one, Janice Burt. So I'm going to be naming each episode after each person that comes to share their story. So this particular episode is going to be named Chapter 1, Janice Burt. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to get right into it. First of all, before I get right into it, I was so excited for this episode that I got out of the shower yesterday. I was so excited, and I texted Janice. I was like, I wanted to have you because I love her energy. I love her light. I love her ripple. She also has an amazing podcast called One Fear Per Year, which is an amazing podcast you should check out. So, first question I'm going to ask you, Janice. What do you like to do for fun?
Mwahaha. Funny that you ask that because I actually yesterday got to do three different things that I love to do for fun because I had a cancellation for an interpreting job that was super last minute. So I had this whole day free. And in the morning, I went and took a yoga class. Love doing yoga, teaching yoga. Anytime I can be in that kind of environment, I love it. I do that for fun and my mental health, let's be honest. Um, and then after that, I went shop, did a couple things, and then I went and played pickleball. Yes, pickleball's the new big thing. And I used to play tennis, which I loved, but I have an injury. So pickleball's kind of like the next best thing. And I played for 2 hours at a park outside, lovely people, beautiful day. Just, I realize when I am in activity kind of sports mode, I am at my happiest. I truly feel a lot of joy in that space. So those two things. And then at night, I went and I saw a stand-up comedy show. It was actually to support and go see a new friend of mine who actually I just had on the podcast. She's a comedian. So I wanted to go support her. Well, there's two kind of, one's a bar. I guess they're both kind of bars, but that have comedy. And they directed us into the wrong bar. So anyway, long story short, I ended up seeing a different show that I really didn't mean to see, but was able to sneak out when I realized I'm in the wrong place. And I saw her set and just laughed and had a great time. So those are some of the things I love to do for fun.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I haven't played pickleball before.
You've got to try it.
Oh wow! What makes it stand out? What's the hype about it?
So I've played a lot of different sports, and this one, I mean, volleyball is kind of like this, where it's very social. So you're doing something athletic and kind of competitive, which I like that vibe, but you're also able to interact and have fun and talk to other people. Whereas with tennis, it was a little harder because you're on this huge court. You're like yelling at the person way over there. It's not really this social thing when you're on the court playing.
Yeah.
And pickleball totally is. And it's something that anyone really can pick up.
Oh wow.
Or most people, I should say. You don't have to be an amazing athlete to do it. You see a lot of older people, a lot of younger people, all in between, and shapes and sizes and everything, and everybody can play and have a great time.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. I'm going to stay open and open myself to the experience of trying pickleball at some point. But thank
I
you so much.
I think you would enjoy it. You might be surprised. A lot of people that are like, I'm just going to try it and, try it once, they really start wanting to go out there more often and play. So you never know.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Janice. Now, the very last question. Remember, this podcast is not, the intention is not for it to belong. The very last question is, what story in your life did you realize the power of compassion and kindness?
What story in my life did I realize the power of compassion and kindness? The first thing that comes to my mind is showing myself compassion and kindness.
Yes.
I didn't love myself for a very many decades of my life. And I would say even to the point of kind of like the self-hate, just very not pleased with myself and always trying to get validation from other people. Am I good enough? Am I worthy? Will you love me? What can I do to make you love me? And that was such a prison, such a hard time in my life. And so when I finally, this is me really fighting hard not to show myself love and compassion, doing everything but that. And when I finally, and it's a process and it was a journey, but there was a lot of therapy involved. And I would say hypnotherapy, which is going into the subconscious, really seeing and feeling the fear that was inside of me. So having kind of that awareness of, oh my gosh, I am just living from a place of fear. And then another part of it was truly loving not just myself as I am now, but my inner little girl, because that was the part, I was like, oh, why do I struggle with insecurity? And I'm jealous. I don't feel good enough. There's, comparison and a lot of that. That stemmed from my little like 12, 13-year-old girl who was so confused about life and sexuality and how she wanted to show up in the world. That then when I started going, man, I love and have compassion on that 13-year-old little me, that kind of changed everything. Because instead of shaming her, instead of saying, why are you insecure? Nobody's insecure. Come on, look at all these confident women out there and they're so amazing. And here you are feeling insignificant. Instead of shaming and blaming and hating myself, I finally just loved that little girl and had compassion on the life and the experiences that she had that kind of led to those feelings.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wanted that to be my last question, but my intuition told me to ask one more thing. If little Janice was standing right here, what would you tell her?
Oh, I would just tell her, you have no idea. You're going to think that you have this plan and this expectation of what your life is going to look like. And you just have no idea of the magnificence that it is going to be. And it's not going to look anything like what you thought you wanted and what it was going to look like. There were a lot of twists and turns, and just know that you are going to get through this You are loved deeply. You are safe. And your life does have a purpose. And I love you. I love you so much.
Ah, thank you. Thank you so much, Janice. I felt the presence. I felt the love. This was amazing. I really truly appreciate the love that you constantly give to little Janice, but most importantly, the ripple that you have on earth. Your light is so immense. So I have to say thank you again. I truly, truly appreciate our connection. I truly appreciate our friendship. Thank you. Thank you. It was such an honor for you to be the first guest on the show. I appreciate your wisdom. I appreciate your story. I appreciate your light. I appreciate your ripple. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And for every beautiful person listening, I hope Janice's story inspires you to come back to fun, compassion, and kindness. Thank you. Oh my God.